Detaching. The relief of detaching. So, no shower. Only had one coffee and one cigarette this morning, and just felt like getting on camera and letting whatever is said to be said. So there's a big piece coming up around detaching, and obviously that shows up in every way. It shows up mainly with YouTube for me, because that's been my focus, that's been my attachment. It's also shown up sexually. Vent boy last night was off in his ass, and I was just like, just don't need it. Like, I just don't want it. I just don't. Obviously, I can recognise a part of me that does want it. A part of me that's like, yeah, come and sit on my face, great. But just a bigger part of me that's like, I don't need everything that's attached to that. So the energy transfer, the drama around you wanting some money, the fact that I even have to talk to you about your dramatic situation, just like that. And I don't mean push, I don't mean resist, I just mean let go, just like, whatever, like, not worth it. And then YouTube, you know, I've been so fucking attached to it, and attached to numbers, and attached to being something, and being seen as something. Like, I can really see that now, and you know, coming out here with like, right, this video is going to be about this, and this video is going to be about this, which obviously there is some merit to. But it's all attached to caring about numbers and a need. Yeah, I've been doing it with like a desperate need to earn a living. And now I can see that I don't really need to do that. There's a lot more joy with it, a lot more flow, a lot more just, oh, okay, I can just be me. I can just get up with my scruffy bed head and just speak. I've really been enjoying doing lives recently. Like, I feel like that's probably the way I will go, really. So why am I doing a video if that's true? Yeah, I guess there's still a part of me that does care. Still a part of me that's like, oh yeah, but videos do better than lives. And there's also, yeah, actually what really came through was, as much as I love the lives and I love interacting with you all, and it allows it to go on for much longer and be a bigger thing, it does stop just allowing consciousness to stream. Well, in some ways it helps it. Like, so you'll get more of it in consciousness, will be able to stream more overall, because I'll go into lots of streams via the questions. But just this trusting that if I just sit here with a camera and allow what wants to be said without even really knowing what that is, I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't really fucking care anymore. I think, obviously, the aim here is to just get as close to be me as possible, and sharing that, whatever that is. And then what comes up when I say that is, but you don't exist. As in, Tom doesn't exist. What's me? Are you still attached to the character? Yeah, of course I am, on one level. On one level, this character still exists, but seeing much more how everything is just in service, like the good, the bad, and how it's all just about releasing the fear over things. it's a very difficult one to speak into because I don't want to give energy to a certain situation. But then that's for fear. That's for fear. Like, there's this last little part of me that still doesn't want to give energy to a psychopath, essentially. And it's just like, well, why? Why? Why are you scared? Because I'm not scared. So yeah, basically I fucked up in a recent video and made my relative location fairly obvious. But basically I made it very obvious that I'm no longer in Latin America. And oh man, 2 weeks ago I'd have been so fearful that I did that. So obviously psychopath has jumped all over it. And yeah, it's just like, so what? So I can notice this little part of Tom that's like, oh no, but then there's a much bigger part of me now that's just like, well, that was obviously meant to be. Jeroen's been advising me for ages to just so he's all about choosing. He's all about, like, you choose your reality, you choose what darkness you need to help bring you into the light and all this. So he's like, how long are you going to choose that you have a psychopath in your life? And intellectually, I've been totally understanding what he says. But Tom has been too scared to just... So he was like, you should just do a video saying, this is where I am. You know, because there's none of it's real. Like, there shouldn't be any fear attached to it. And I was like, yeah, you're right. But Tom can't do that. Tom still notices fear. So it seems that Tom did it inadvertently. Tom didn't fully cover up the waitress and revealed that he is no longer in Latin America. So and it's easy for Tom to go into little stories of like, oh, he might do this, he might do that, and he will do all that, but it doesn't matter. Just learning to trust that whatever's meant to be is to be, and that it's all Tom choosing it anyway. Like, everything's a choice. And I know it doesn't feel like that at times. I know it's hard to get to a place where you can see that. It feels like there's many external factors going on in the world right now that are certainly not one's choice. But actually they are. Actually, we're like, on a soul level, we're constantly choosing what is needed to help us remember, to help us expand in the way that we came here to expand. Because if you just have a comfortable life, why would you expand? Why would you ever challenge yourself? I think that's it for this one. Big love. See you soon.